What's the deal, pickles? Now listen, I haven't made a video in a while and I'm sitting here. I went old school back to my webcam because your girl is over here getting it in, okay? But I wanted to come on and say, hey sis, how are you? I loved seeing the messages in the last video about what you are working on over on this wall, which you cannot see because this is how we have to be in this Zoom world. Is an empty board. I'm actually working on a quilt and I just finished all the center blocks today. I am sitting still in my office. My husband and I are about to take a break for the night, watch a movie, chillax. But I just wanted to come on and touch base real quick to let you all know that I got some stuff I'm cooking up over here, and I've been going round and round about how I want to do it. I've told y'all that before, but I'm just letting y'all know we about to go through another transition. Why? Because we grown here out in these streets, and that's how life is sometimes. Changes. I mean, we done been through a whole situation, still in a situation, so you know things change. So keep your eyes open. I'll just, as soon as I can say something, I will say something. But right now, I'm in the cooks in the kitchen stage. Okay. And I've been getting emails about when are you going to do another Bible study. I've been getting emails about what are you working on when you're coming back. And I'm still quilting. I'm still knitting and crocheting. It's just because of clients and still writing and working on, honestly, just building my business that I've had to just do it in my times, and stopping to pull out the camera and doing all that just makes it difficult. And so I've really had to think about how can I do it consistently, because I do miss interacting with you all. And I know that, honestly, we know that this is an opportunity. I just have to figure out how to do it and not compromise what I'm doing in other areas of my life. I know I'm going to be asked. These are new glasses. And I think I did my red ones last time. Did I do my red ones last time? Yeah, my red ones are cute. Next time I'll come and look presentable. But right now I'm just really working today. Had client appointments this morning, and this afternoon again we're chilling. But let me know in the comment section what you're working on. Are you quilting? Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? Hello? So let me know in the comment section what you're working on. Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? Are you quilting? I have the quilt that I'm working on. It honestly was kind of like a happenstance kind of thing. I finished the quilt that was on my wall, and then I had these leftover squares from when I did a king size quilt, and I decided I wanted to try out a pattern I had on my desk for like over a year. So I just started, and it's going beautifully. So let me just show you some of the blocks that I have cut. You've seen these fabrics before if you've been around. The lights are a little bit bright, so like here, sorry. You've seen these before if you've seen, it's hard, there we go. You would think that it would be easier to see because it's so bright and I have this black background, but here's another one that's real pretty that I've had for a really long time. And these are all 2.5 inch squares. And so that's what I'm working on. Those I think are all gonna be a border because I just finished all the blocks and pressed them today. So yeah, I will be back soon. Let me know in the comment section what you're working on. I still have Um, Hair video to edit. Y'all, I just haven't had time. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Um, but yeah, what I will leave you all with, I was thinking about, well, don't forget to let me know in the comment section, okay? So one of the things that I did this year was I wish I knew the man's name. There's a guy. I love his podcast. I just can't. I think it's Jay Shetty. I think that's his name. I really like his podcast. Really like his podcast. He always has very interesting people on there. It's a great podcast to listen to while you're working or you're doing stuff around the house or you're cooking, because it's a very laid back, informative, and just opens your mind up to people that he invites on his podcast. Can be anything from in hip hop to he had Will Smith on there here recently, but it's all centered on like, how do they get there, how do they see the world, and I'm just always fascinated by people. So anyways, one of the things that he talked about, and I've heard him say it several times, about when it comes to reading, that you would get more from reading if you, instead of reading a lot of books, you read fewer books more often or more deeply. Now, I'm almost certain it was him. If it wasn't, then charge it to my head, not my heart. So anyways, I'd heard that so many times, and I do a lot of reading for my business and to help my clients. I'm an editor, so I'm reading for clients. I'm a writer, so I'm reading my books. And so I really wanted to diversify and read more in other areas. Because I'm typically, when it comes to nonfiction, if it's not a book about writing, then I will listen to a lot of those other nonfiction books on audiobook, because for some reason I don't really like listening to fiction books on audiobook. There's very few that I've actually enjoyed. So that's how I use Audible, and I listen to my nonfiction books. And so this year I was really thinking about that saying, whether it was him or not. And what I did is I picked 5 books, maybe 6, 5 books, and I covered the different areas in life: faith, a book about being fearless, a book about pursuing your dreams, a book about finances, a book about loving yourself. And if I tell you the title, it sounds really corny. I listened to the excerpt and I'm enjoying the book. So it's like 5 or 6 books. And I'm really thinking about, as I read them, coming on and talking about those and having maybe a little bit of a discussion. One of the things that I'm very aware of, and we've kind of talked about it from time to time, is the fact that I have a more mature audience, and I feel like I can share a little bit about what I'm crafting, as well as talking about some of these concepts that I'm encountering in these books, especially as I'm building my business, transitioning in my life, because now my children are adults, and growing my business, transitioning because my children are adults. I've been working out consistently. I'm back to running again, slow, but I've been running consistently for past maybe 2 months. So all of this is, and now I'm working on not an expansion of my business, but really kind of having some things that I'm missing, since we are not yet. I mean, we'll be back soon in our back in attending church in person. About having a small group again. The last Bible study went well. I thought we were going to be able to do another one, but it was really difficult. So just kind of making sure that I have a good balance between my mind, my body, my spirit, and just keeping things moving forward. I think one of the biggest things My son is down there putting away dishes, and because he uses his headphones, y'all, he don't know how loud he is. Um, I realized, I think more the most important thing during this time has been the need to have your life, your day-to-day life, include more than work and like grinding and hustling, but for there to be a well-roundedness to my existence. And I feel like because my channel has always been that I'm a serial hobbyist, because I am, that I've always made that a priority. And the more that people reach out to me and things have gone on, the more that I've realized that that's not normal. Like I don't know why it always makes it look like, because there's a little white part, so it could look like I have a nose piercing, but I don't. That's not normal. And I love being able to share the crafts when I can. I love being able to share what I'm working on and things that I'm pursuing in my business, the things that I'm doing scared, and hopefully, prayerfully growing as a woman into a woman that I love. And she's doing her daggone thing, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of where my brain is. Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you're interested in seeing these titles and hearing more about them, is this a discussion you'd like to hear? Because you all know I always loved, in the feedback was consistently that you loved long videos to listen to engage with as you craft. So I'll give you a little, content. We can talk, and I'd love to hear how people are taking it in and implementing it. I've already started the first two, and now I'm going to stop one and just get through the first one. I have a notebook where I'm starting to record some of my favorite quotes. Some of the things that I'm doing is, if they ask questions or anything like that in the material, I am answering the questions and not just skimming by them. And I started off with doing audiobooks, and because I decided to do this challenge the challenge for me is just reading these 5 or 6. I think I got 7, these 5 or 6 or 7 books this year. And just once I go through all of them, start back at the top and read them again. And I honestly may do it for a little bit longer, because these books are pretty good. Really, really good so far. So yeah, let me know that in the comment section, what you're working on. Let me know, hey sis, how you are doing. And of course, if there's something that I can answer, ask. And even if I can't, I'll try my best. And I will be back hopefully sooner than later. Take care of yourself. Follow any precautions that you need to follow to ensure that you are healthy and you're doing what's best for your family. And I will see you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care. Goodbye.